In this presentation, I would like to share with you some of my experiences as a student, because sharing with you the experiences as a student does better than sharing with you the experiences as a lecturer. A student on distance, one of the aspects we define this student and that personally I experienced was that was that being on a distance program calls for, one, the student is seeking for convenience because you are busy. Like I told you, I was teaching, managing companies, at the same time studying all those schedules. It was very tough on me during my study of specifically the bachelor's program and the master's program on distance. And how possibly did I maneuver through the chunk of services and the busy schedules to be able to break even in terms of the world of academia, excelling in academics, as well as going ahead to do work. One of the things I learned during the times of my studies was that the aspect of time is a key contributor to a student's excellence on a distance program. Actually, distance program is for people who have matured. It is not for people who are old. I'm saying maturing. It is for people who have matured and have chosen to take a decision of living an orderly life. Any attempt to be disorganized will be affecting your studies. For example, a semester such as the one you're studying, you're going to study the August semester, is the shortest semester in the university. Actually, this semester is spanning for almost 4 months, or even you can count them to be 3 months. Within that space of time, when I calculated during my time, I calculated this semester and found that if I was to do to study one course unit, do its coursework, and go to another, I would not break even if I studied one course unit and do its coursework for each month. So it meant that I concentrate on doing 2.5 course units per month, studying them, completing their assignments, and printing their courseworks or setting them aside, because then we did not have digital submission of courseworks. If you say you're going to rest because you have been in an examination season, you're going to rest for 2 weeks, it means you'll be indebted in time on your distance program, because December is really a busy month and people are moving from side to side, and by 5th, possibly 5th January, you'll be sitting examinations. So this requires that a student organizes the schedules so tightly. I have seen students saying, we are busy, I am busy, and then it comes to January or the season of examination, coursework is not yet ready, someone is shopping for who to help in building up the coursework and who to listen to get some explanations of what the course units are about. And actually some students close to examinations are not aware of which course units they are supposed to do, possibly they have even forgotten them. So it is a necessity to be organized and to devote to your time schedules. My memory tells me when I was still studying my bachelor's, uh, the time I used to study was from 3 a.m. up to 6 a.m. And the other space of time I had to study was during travel in the taxi. Almost someone snatched my phone through the windows of the taxi when I was scrolling the scanned work, because the soft copies were not so much used. I would scan with my phone and read through my journey to work, and also reverting back from work, to still have a squeeze of time of when to read, because weekends would be busy, during the day we are busy, and when should we actually spare time to be able to concentrate on academia and do research and even do work with excellence? It is really a big burden on the student, but the student should not leave the window of being organized and being time sensitive. In my conclusion, I would like to share with you some of the students who join university, their categories. A person has a job, has been on the job, and not thinking of going to upgrade, but due to stresses of the world demanding papers, the person chooses to go to the university, and with an extra push of the education policy. So without the world demanding for an extra paper or the education policy, if all those were lifted off and they were not there in the country, this person would continue teaching without going back to the university. So if there is no careful attention given by this student, the student can end up just joining the university to look for marks, to get the transcript, to hook a certificate, regardless of whether he or she has acquired knowledge, skills, and values. I am here to get papers in whichever way, whether someone has helped me do coursework, whether someone has given me, so provided you can even tell me some of the questions that will come and I answer those ones, so long as I get the paper, I will go. So the student can hire agents, look for bribes, and find all possible ways of avoiding to concentrate on acquiring skills, knowledge, and values, but instead get marks and get the transcript and walk away. Another student is sent to join the university by influencers, such as a demand from the family. My dad wants to have someone who has studied at least a degree or a diploma. And my parents are really on my neck. They have always had the vision of seeing me graduating. And also my friends have already graduated and have joined the university. So the student chooses to join the university to also be like friends and also cause an impression to the parents that I am there for you. So that student can stay in the university to just impress the community and make the community feel I am the university. Another student is a person looking for a job and has been looking for jobs, and wherever the person goes, possibly they are not accepting because you have no papers to tender, and therefore you have always been missing opportunities. And there, the student comes to the university so that there is something to tender at least when an opportunity has come. And then such a student has joined the university. Indeed, research shows that very few students who join university actually seek to get knowledge and seek to get skills and develop the personal character of being competent in the world. That is a mismatch between a lecturer choosing to say, you study this and make sure we teach the student to get the core concept of the matter. But the student is saying, all that for what? Tell me what exactly is going to be there in the examination, and I know only that. present all that is for what? The world is demanding for papers. All those with the, there is that battle. So even when you set 5 lectures, a student will only attend those lectures on condition, most students will attend those lectures on condition that from those lectures will come questions for answering in the exam. And if a student knows that this textbook, whatever is there, whether good or bad, whether very good, there is no question that is going to come from there, that will be trash. And if this lecture, for example, you knew that it is not going to be examinable, you just stay to just bear and give it. But if it is where examination is going to come from, everyone's book is open, notes are being taken to simply make sure that something is answered. Well, the world needs people who have papers, but to me, what I have learned, uh, my lesson that I picked, because I'm one of the students who have done so well and have very good papers, because out of 5 cumulative grade point average required of a student who has scored highly and completed all the points, you complete all points with 5. I got 4.89 at my bachelor's, and at master's I got 4.75, counting over 90% excellence in the university. But all these papers are put somewhere in the drawers. And now it is us who move in the communities and who are invited on some events, and we have got to deliberate. Now just see a person deliberating scores and not deliberating skill, values, and knowledge. So the world needs someone who has papers, yes, but it will concentrate on someone who has exhibited excellence in delivering a service and has exhibited extraordinary skills in doing things that have burdened the largest population. Those are the people who will be promoted, and those are the people who will serve a wider range of audiences. And whichever you see, the larger the problems you are able to solve, the larger the world will open doors to pay you more. Because people who are earning much are solving larger problems. So those who are training themselves to learn how to solve larger problems have larger opportunities in this world. And those who are keeping themselves in the position of convenience, wherever there is simplicity, that's where I go. Wherever I hear things are hectic and hard, there I will avoid. Those are people who are actually struggling in this country. Conclusively, the country has many people who have papers and has many people who have studied. But the more the people are studying in the country, the more the problems are increasing and the more the chaos in the nation. You have seen how the parliament has been turned into a den of, and and these are people who have been selected from the community and have studied very well. And when you see accountants and they are doing their job, but again, the more corruption is increasing. In my conclusion here, learn learn to learn to be excellent, and also learn to add to yourself value through research to get knowledge. Appreciate the upright values of the society and treasure them. Learn to collaborate with one another. I've had students calling lecturers, where is the coursework? And the coursework was given 3 months back or 4 months. And this student has not sought to look to see where are my other colleagues. I entered the university alone. and I have my job. I am I I am in some position. I don't need so much to be close to people. So you keep in isolation and collaborations are eliminated. Remember that in the world we are in, collaboration and social attachments are key and are ingredients of development. Build teams, be a problem solver. Salary will increase. If the more you increase on the problems you solve, the more the salary will keep on increasing. The schools I have made, I offer some consultant services to schools, and so far I have a stock of 11 schools. And you could probably have seen me in one of your schools. Schools are struggling with a problem called rumor mongers. And this problem has slaughtered down schools which have very large infrastructure. Rumors spreading from teachers to teachers, and then from teachers to the parents, and then parents keep on withdrawing their children from school. Actually, there are some two schools where I've been doing my findings and training, and teachers in those schools admitted that they have colleagues who have been telling. There is a school where a colleague just resolved to be telling parents in P4 there is no teacher. There are only desks. If your child completes primary 3, better take this child elsewhere. And all this class, which in the earlier years had 60 learners, today it has 20. Parents were thinking there is no teacher. And the teacher of that class was saying, they are always telling me I am a desk, that this class only has desks. So am I a desk? And that is what the community has known. And the enrollment of the schools is depleting because of rumors. And these are people who have gone to the university and have studied. So as you join the university, let us treasure values of the community and have values that you actually say these are the values that I will resolve to live by, and check that those values are actually upright and are for the good of the community. The reverse is true, that students enter universities drinking 1 bottle of beer but graduate while drinking 15 bottles of beer. Some students join university organized, but some others graduate when they are more disorganized. Those mismatches are there. Now it calls for you to be on the side where you start to set the ideal to be the reality. The ideal that the university should do, convert you into being a better citizen, and also choose to learn better things from your colleagues. Be a person who inquires. My last statement is, some students have joined from senior 6 to the distance program. It is not bad, but just take note that a university is not an extension of a secondary school. So university is not senior 6, it is not senior 7. A university is made by people who do research and find out to inform themselves. And research starts from the philosophy of making inquiries. What is that? How does it come? If it is connected to this, what does it yield? And what could be the results? All those inquiries, the community of the university demands you to add knowledge to what you have and add knowledge to what other scholars have generated. Otherwise, you will graduate when you have gone through the university, had the papers, but you are not a university grade student. So university grade students will go in the community and either in the government and change things there for better, because they have seen the proper way of doing things beyond what the community can see. I thank you, and I would like to inform you that the students who are doing research methods, the schedules have changed. I had promised that I'm going to meet you next week. The schedules have changed, so we need to adjust and either have a lecture today at 2 and have a lecture today at 2. Then I'm also handling students who are doing curriculum studies. Are there students doing curriculum studies? Curriculum? Okay, I have one. So we are going to talk and see that we study. Thank you very much.